Okay, hello everyone. I've got some updates today about Terry and a little bit on Tim, and then tomorrow we might have some more updates on Sharon as well. So today, got up super early and met Terry to essentially go help her get some thyroid medication. She has not been taking her thyroid medication for about 6 months now, and it's definitely affecting her uh, in a negative way. I don't know a lot about thyroids, but what I do understand is essentially from the people that I have talked to is if you do have a thyroid condition, you tend to get really sluggish, lethargic. It can cause like lack of motivation. So we are trying to get her medication for that. Unfortunately, when we went today this morning at like 6, uh, the clinic was closed. However, at the same time, we set up. So I'm going back tomorrow morning, and we're gonna try again and go from there. However, we have been working to try and get her into a women's shelter called Sarah's Circle, which also has not intermediate, interim housing. Um, so she talked to some folks, and essentially they can take a percentage of her income from Social Security and actually, essentially, they'll pull that aside, they'll save it, and then she can be saving money for her own housing. Or they essentially will uh, put her on lists as well, and they will provide essentially interim housing. We're trying to figure out more on that. I don't know if there's a wait list yet. However, we met with some folks today about that, and they're going to meet with her tomorrow after we figure out the medication for her thyroid. So, updates there, a little bit of progress. It's getting cold. People have been really kind to Tim, Sharon, and Terry and have dropped off blankets and lots of jackets, things like that. So it's heartening. It's heartening at least to see, people kind of coming together. Yeah, so fingers crossed we have bigger updates for tomorrow on Terry. Tim is doing well. We're working on trying to get him a bike for the Chicago messaging service. Either getting him a bike, or what I think right now we're going to do, he has a bike right now that isn't super light, is a little bit heavier. So I think we're going to try and fix that up first, see if he can use that, see if the Chicago messaging service thing is a viable option for him. Then he'll have 2 jobs, and hopefully we'll be able to save enough money and he can get a place. Or maybe we can figure out a sublet option, which is something else I've been starting to look into and figuring out, you know, how that can work. So, learning lots. I got to meet with someone who gave me some really great advice. Her name is Amber, and shout out to you, Amber. Thank you. She is actually a social worker and does a lot of casework stuff for a really neat organization, which I will share once I talk to Amber, make sure that's okay. But so this is a thank you to you, Amber, and all of your feedback. Thank you so much. And I'm trying to now connect with more people like Amber, right? So we can really make sure we're doing this right. I want to make sure that I'm a very well-intentioned person, but I want to make sure that my good intentions are met with the right thing to do, right? Sometimes we can be well-intentioned and not know we're not doing the right thing. Anyway, end of the soapbox on that. Like I said in the last update for Sharon, we got her a cart. She's super appreciative. It is super helpful for her. we're going to meet hopefully tomorrow and see how she's doing. I think, like I said as well, we're waiting for her insurance a little bit to help with her pain with her hip. And she's really been struggling with that. So, yeah, hopefully I get an update on that for you as well. And yeah, soon I'd like to introduce you all via camera or video to them as well, and you can kind of hear from them how they're doing